It was only a matter of time before Wharf became the capital of these lands. New Lord rules this city perfectly. The industry is growing very fast. Trade provides huge profits for the treasury. Everyone here has a job. Well, almost everyone. Unfortunately, this city is also visited by many spies. Our enemies don't waste time. Scouts report that war is inevitable. We must get ready to attack. But don't be afraid, we will defend our city. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today you will see the 8th episode of this series, Winter in the Wharf. The last one before the final, which is very close. The construction has been going on almost half a year. It's a very long time, and I'm already looking forward to the end. In a few weeks I have an exhibition, and I want to take this MOC. I think I will make it in time with everything. In this episode I built the last two big things, and only the final details will remain. But more on that in a moment. So, let's get started this episode. The 8th episode. That sounds proud. Never had such a long series before, but the construction is slowly coming to the end. In this episode you will see the construction of the last, third house. But not only. I'm also going to build a workshop for both builders. It's possible that I will add some more details, but I want to leave most of them for the final. I think that after recording this episode, it will go very quickly, and you will see the finished project very soon. These are the last order from Brickling for this project. I made 24 orders in total. That's a lot. Today I have a light bluish grey plates here, 6x10, tiles 2x2, round tiles 1x1, several kinds of reddish brown plates, and jumpers 2x2, masonry bricks in medium nougat, and as always white parts, 1x1 plates, 2x1 plates, 2x1 tiles, and corner tiles, next tiles, curved slopes 2x1, and few kind of wedge plates. Finally, a few little things for details. I am starting to build my third house. At the beginning I adjusted the dimensions and made an outline of the walls. You can already notice an unusual place on the left, where there are dark brown tiles on the floor. There will be room for something very cool here, but more on that in a moment. The house will have very interesting structure. Its front part will be supported on such beams. I attach them to this English place, and I can continue building. I already have a fragment of the house, so let's see how it will be placed on the main base plate. As you can see, the wooden beams will be in the front. There is still a lot of space here, so there will be many details here at the end of construction. The next stage of construction is the door. It's worth stopping here for a moment, because I want to show you how I built them. They are different than in the previous houses. They have two horizontal tiles on the top and bottom. Look how they built. I used some headlight bricks here. I really like these doors, so I made two, and it's time to mount them in the house. Because I slightly changed the idea of what my new house would look like, I had to enlarge the entire base by one stud. It's not a big change, but it required me to redo everything, including the main base plate. And now I can show you the first very cool thing, the store. On this base plate will be a small shopping street, so there will be a lot of interesting things here. Let's see what you can buy in this store. There is quite a lot of stuff here. At the bottom there are several boxes of vegetables, some cabbage, carrots, but also cheese. On the counter lie croissants and cookies. And at the back on the shelves we have several different jars. It looks very cool. Then it reminds me to reattach the wooden beams that will be in the front, and I can continue building. The first level is almost ready. I will finish building the door and the entrance. Then I will cover the window. The technique is similar to that of the first house. On the example of the back wall, you will see how I placed the horizontal beams that will be visible from the outside. And the next level will be one stat larger and have dimensions of 22 by 14 stats. This is the third house to appear on my diorama. It's time to choose a color. I already have tan and sand green. So the third house will be in medium nougat color. I think it is a very nice color, one of my favorite. So I'm looking for all the parts I need, and it's time to build some walls. I'm starting to build second level. I already have some walls. I like medium nougat very much, but I decided to add additional color here. Dark tan, which fits perfectly here. At the front of the house, I made a large balcony. There is a lot of space here, several mini features will fit here. Couldn't miss the snow here, so I added it in several places. The second level of my house is ready. I finished building all the walls and added windows. There are a lot of details on the walls that make them look more interesting. I used ready-made elements to build the windows. I think they fit perfectly. One more shot to the front. And as you can see, I finished building the balcony. I connected the upper beams, so I can slowly start thinking about the roof. And it's time for the last level. I want to add some details here, but I'm slowly running out of parts. I came up with a window like this. See how I built them. I think it looks cool and fits the whole house. I made the same window on the other side. Everything is ready, so it's time for the next step. The construction of the house is slowly coming to the end. And it's time for the last element, the roof. I am very happy that this is the last such roof. The construction is very time consuming, but I like the effect very much. I am slowly running out of white parts, and I still have to have something for a workshop, which I am about to start building. The roof is already in place. Time for the last thing. And finally, the chimney. It's winter and the house must be warm. And third house is ready, so I will put it on the base plate. Looks very cool. This is the last house in this project, but the workshop is left. So let's move on to the next stage. I am starting construction of the last building. This time something completely different. It will be a boat builder's workshop. I start with the base. I've already made the outline of the walls and the floor. Noteworthy are the dark brown beams. There will be a few of them, and they will perform quite an important function. In a moment you will see what they do. Now I will put the workshop on the main base plate, and you will see how it looks like. In the front there is another additional beam. It's on them the boat will be built. So far you can see the finished one. But in a while I will build another boat here. It's time for the interior. I've added a lot of stuff here that can be useful for boat building. There are some boxes and some boards. I also add some shelves and tools. I think that's enough. Now I can add some windows, and we will move on to the next stage. Time for the main detail of this workshop, the boat, or rather an early version of it. Built with Snot technique, there are not visible stats here. Looks very cool and I am satisfied with the effect. The boat will be attached at the back, like this. I'm slowly finishing the first level. There is still one thing left, to finish the entrance. The whole thing will be surrounded by tiles in dark brown. On the top I will add such beams. For its construction I used brackets. Looks pretty cool, and it's time to think about the roof. I thought for a long time how to make the upper part of this workshop. I decided on wooden finish. On these sides I used some wedge plates on which the roof will rest. I'm missing a few brackets, so later I will change two small things here. On the back I also added some details. It makes the workshop look more interesting. And the last thing, the roof. I had a lot of problems here, because I'm running out of all the white parts. But it worked out. And I'm very happy that I won't be building these roofs again. The workshop is ready, so it's time to put it on the main base plate. And the third part of my project is ready. One more important thing. I decided to enlarge the first base plate with the water by 4 stats. The main reason is I wanted to move the Ravenclaw ship a little away from the wharf. Now the whole project is up to 140 stats long. Okay, building's finished, so it's time to sum up this episode. I built the last 2 big things, so the MOC is almost ready. This means that the next episode will be the final. And only there I will show you the whole diorama. Believe me, it's impressive. Construction is coming to the end, but there is still a few small things left. In the next episode I will focus on the final details and setting up the minifigures. I want to add a lot of interesting scenes here. Let me know in the comment how you like this episode, and of course I invite you to the final, which will appear soon. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching and see you next time in the final. Bye!